Welcome to our journey through history, where we uncover the epic clash between the Gauls and Rome. From the lush forests and rolling hills of Gaul to the bustling heart of the Roman Republic, we'll witness a monumental struggle for dominance and survival. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating events that shaped this monumental conflict. We'll delve into the lives of the Gallic tribes, their unique customs, and their fierce determination to defend their homeland against the relentless advance of the Roman legions. Prepare to be transported back in time as we unravel the complexities of ancient warfare, political intrigue, and the clash of two distinct cultures that would forever alter the course of European history. Picture, if you will, the world of the 1st century BC, a time when the air crackled with tension and ambition. To the south, the Roman Republic, a rising power hungry for land and glory. To the north lay Gaul, a fertile land inhabited by Celtic tribes. Renowned for their bravery and love of freedom, the Gauls were a collection of fiercely independent tribes. They shared a common language and a deep reverence for their gods. Their world was one of dense forests, rolling hills, and imposing hill forts. Rome, evolving into an empire, needed land and resources. The stage was set for a clash between these two worlds, a conflict that would leave an indelible mark on history. For the Gallic tribes, life was a tapestry woven from the threads of tradition, spirituality, and a deep connection to the land. Unlike the sprawling cities of the Romans, the Gauls lived in scattered villages, their homes often simple structures of wood and thatch, blending seamlessly with the surrounding environment. They were skilled farmers, cultivating crops like barley and wheat, their lives dictated by the ebb and flow of the seasons. The fertile lands of Gaul provided ample sustenance, and their mastery of animal husbandry ensured a steady supply of meat, milk, and wool. But the Gauls were not merely farmers, they were also skilled artisans and craftsmen. Their metalworkers were renowned throughout the ancient world for their intricate designs and the quality of their weaponry. Swords, shields, and helmets, each piece a testament to their skill and artistry, were not just tools of war, but objects of beauty, imbued with a deep sense of pride and tradition. Religion played a central role in Gallic society. Their priests, the Druids, held immense power, their wisdom and knowledge passed down through generations of oral tradition. These enigmatic figures were the keepers of their history, the interpreters of their dreams, and the mediators between the mortal realm and the realm of the gods. The Gauls were a people who revered nature, their beliefs entwined with the forests, rivers, and mountains that surrounded them. They saw spirits in the rustling leaves, heard voices in the howling wind, and believed that the very land itself was alive with ancient power. Life for the Gauls was not without its conflicts. Tribal rivalries were common, and disputes over land, resources, or honor often erupted into violence. Yet despite their internal squabbles, the Gauls possessed a fierce sense of unity, a shared identity that would be sorely tested by the arrival of the Romans. While the Gauls lived in a world defined by tradition and a close connection to their land, the Roman Republic was, well, a society on the move, its gaze fixed firmly on expansion. Driven by a potent mix of ambition, greed, and a belief in their own inherent superiority, the Romans embarked on a relentless campaign of conquest that would see their influence spread across much of the known world. Gaul, with its fertile lands, its strategic location, and its rumored wealth, proved an irresistible target for the Roman war machine. The Roman Senate, ever eager for new conquests and the riches they brought, saw in Gaul an opportunity to expand their empire, to secure their borders, and to further cement their dominance over the Western Mediterranean. But the reasons for Rome's expansion into Gaul went beyond mere avarice. The Romans faced their own internal pressures, a growing population that needed land, and a restless military class eager for glory and the spoils of war. Gaul, with its seemingly endless plains and its reputation for fierce warriors, offered the perfect proving ground for ambitious generals seeking to etch their names into the annals of Roman history. Among these ambitious figures was Gaius Julius Caesar, a brilliant military strategist and a ruthless politician. Caesar saw in the conquest of Gaul not just a chance to expand Rome's borders, but also an opportunity to enhance his own power and prestige. He coveted the glory that came with military triumph, the adulation of the Roman people, and the political leverage that a successful campaign would bring. Caesar, however, would soon discover that the conquest of Gaul would be no easy feat. The Gauls, though divided by tribal rivalries, were a formidable foe. Their warriors renowned for their ferocity, their skill with sword and spear, and their unwavering determination to defend their homeland. The arrival of Roman legions on Gallic soil marked the beginning of a brutal and protracted conflict. The Gauls, initially caught off guard by the Romans' disciplined legions and superior tactics, soon rallied, their resistance fueled by a fierce determination to preserve their way of life. From the dense forests of the north to the sun-drenched plains of the south, Gallic warriors clashed with Roman legions in a series of bloody skirmishes and pitched battles. The Gauls, though often outmatched in terms of equipment and organization, fought with a ferocity and tenacity that surprised and often unnerved their Roman adversaries. Among the Gallic leaders who rose to prominence during this period of resistance, one name stands above all others: Vercingetorix, a chieftain of the Arverni tribe. Possessing a keen mind for strategy and a charismatic presence that inspired his followers, Vercingetorix managed to unite many of the fractious Gallic tribes under his banner. Recognizing the need for unity in the face of Roman aggression, Vercingetorix sought to put aside traditional tribal rivalries and forge a common front against the invaders. His leadership, a blend of tactical brilliance and unwavering determination, breathed new life into the Gallic resistance, transforming it from a series of isolated uprisings into a coordinated campaign aimed at driving the Romans back across the Alps. Vercingetorix understood that to defeat the Romans, he had to adapt to their tactics, to fight fire with fire. He employed guerrilla warfare, launching surprise attacks on Roman supply lines and foraging parties, harassing their legions and then melting back into the forests, leaving the Romans to grapple with the frustrations of an elusive enemy. He understood the importance of logistics, of denying the Romans the resources they needed to sustain their campaign. His strategy centered around a scorched earth policy, denying the Romans access to food and supplies by burning crops and villages that lay in their path. The Battle of Alesia, a small hill fort in central Gaul, was the defining moment in the Gallic Wars. In 52 BC, Caesar laid siege to Alesia. His legions encircled the town, while Vercingetorix and his warriors prepared for the inevitable assault. The Romans constructed a double ring of fortifications designed to starve the Gauls into submission. Vercingetorix sent messengers to the Gallic tribes pleading for reinforcements. As weeks passed, the situation inside Alesia grew desperate. Food and water dwindled, but the defenders fought on. A massive Gallic relief force arrived, offering hope. Caesar, however, was ready. He had anticipated the reinforcements and positioned his legions accordingly. The battle raged for days, but the Gallic relief force failed to break through. With their defeat, the fate of Alesia was sealed. Vercingetorix surrendered to Caesar, aiming to save his people from annihilation. The conquest of Gaul, a bloody and brutal affair, marked a turning point in European history. For Rome, it represented the acquisition of a vast and wealthy territory, a victory that would further cement its status as a dominant power in the ancient world. For the Gauls, it meant the loss of their independence, the suppression of their culture, and the imposition of Roman rule. Yet the Gallic spirit, that fierce independence, that deep connection to the land, would not be so easily extinguished. The legacy of Vercingetorix and the Gallic resistance would continue to resonate through the centuries, a symbol of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the past. Stay tuned for more adventures in history.